Hey guys, welcome to the Beef Tongue Podcast. I'm here with
Yes.
Walker. How you doing, Walker?
Yes.
I'm here.
Cola, and your host for today, Jack. What's going on, guys? Fun fact: did you guys know that since 1700s, every 100 years, there's been a pandemic? In 1720, there was an outbreak, a pandemic of the plague throughout Europe. In the 1820s, there's been an outbreak of the different cholera, and in 1920s was the Spanish flu, and then as you know now, COVID.
So this is normal.
Yeah, it's a 100
So-
year
Normal.
occurrence.
So people got spread the plague because they didn't want to wear masks.
Yeah, sounds like it.
They didn't want to stop eating rats. Okay.
No, it's because nobody wanted to take showers.
Mm.
People were pretty
That's
damn
also
fucking
today.
dirty. Yeah, it's also true today. No one washes their fucking hands after going to the bathroom.
Yeah. That is interesting. All right. My fun fact is that there's a company that turns dead bodies into coral reef.
Wow. What's its name? Just curious.
Eternal Reefs.
Eternal Reef.
Oh, is it like instead of embalming or cremating, they just dump the body in the ocean and turn it into body.
So the way it works is that they're. I mean, at that point, the fish would get to it, but it that'd be the most efficient business model right there. Like we got it. Throw them in the water.
Done.
Yeah.
Eternal
No,
Reef does not sound like a coral reef. It just sounds like a weed company.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But the process is it is a cremation, but they condense the remains into like a pearl, and then they throw it in the ocean, and then it just becomes a coral reef.
Oh, I thought you said they put the ashes in cement and mix it up, and then they put it in the ocean to make it with a coral reef.
Oh no, it actually does become coral
Or they
reef.
make it into a pearl.
Yeah. Not me though. They're gonna make me into a diamond.
Yeah, I want to be a diamond.
But yeah, it was pretty wild. I mean, I guess it's a nice way to kind of give back, but it's also kind of like a disturbing thing too. But then again, it's also because I have a friend who's also an undertaker, so he tells me stories about like retrievals. So it's pretty interesting.
Retrieval.
That's
Yeah, like the body.
Yeah, just getting the body.
Yeah, because then like he's telling me about like how some people become bloated. So it's like they let their bowels go, like if you position them in a certain way,
Ugh.
or you just like rip like huge farts. So I mean, that kind of stuff is pretty wild, but fairly certain it's not for the faint of heart.
Uh-uh. That's why I didn't want to be a doctor or go into medicine, because you had to deal with dead bodies. I'd be like, nope, I'm walking away.
That's the doctor's motto. I'm walking away, man.
I mean, but what if you're a necrophiliac and you become a doctor? Then it's a match made in heaven.
There you go.
Well, you'd want to work as the
It's
undertaker.
not a job.
You'd want to work as
It's
an
not a job.
undertaker.
At a morgue.
You'd want to work as the undertaker like your friend then.
Yeah, at a morgue.
Ugh. All right.
What you got, Cola?
Let's keep up the morbid theme.
My fun fact is that basketball was not invented in the U.S.
Oh, okay.
Neither was
Guess who
pizza.
invented- Hmm?
Oh, well, pizza wasn't
who-
invented in Italy.
It was invented in Canada. So
Okay.
it's a Canadian sport because they needed a sport to play indoors when they got really cold outside.
That makes sense. It's an indoor sport that was invented to take advantage of the indoor facilities in winter.
But
You know.
I mean,
Did you know badminton was invented in India? Boom.
in a crowded ass street like that.
I mean,
It was
badminton
invented
doesn't take up a lot of
in India.
space.
Well, pizza was apparently invented in China.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
heard
was
that.
ketchup.
I mean, pizza's delicious. There's a lot of things that you would think that would be associated for one country, but it's actually, discovered somewhere else. Like, for example, tomatoes. Italian tomatoes. Tomatoes are actually discovered in America. And also potatoes. Potatoes were discovered in America. So, all the stuff you hear about eating all the potatoes in European cuisines and stuff, that's actually came from America. Without that, you just probably have like what, bread, bread and
You
gruel.
don't know what they're eating. That's why they went over to other countries so they can get other food items, so they can eat
What was it? Like bread and butter?
bread and butter.
Yeah, that'd be.
That's why they pay so much for some spices in India.
And still the
Spice
cuisine doesn't
capital of
have.
the world.
And still the cuisine doesn't have a lot of flavor.
What, Indian cuisine?
No.
No,
British.
British.
Oh yeah. We tried having Indian food in England.
I heard it's the best.
I was very disappointed.
I was disappointed too. Maybe the place that we went to wasn't that good.
I just remember I got the shits that night and I broke their toilet and then we left. In a hurry.
Good times. Oh yeah, it's like, oh shit, we need to go. Like, yep.
Yeah, I was like, we gotta go. The toilet's not working. It's like my shit is half flushed.
Oh
It's
man.
like-
Can't believe you blew up that toilet there.
Can't handle those
Their
American shit.
toilet was total garbage though. It was like it only did like a half flush anyways.
You know, you're right, because the toilet that we were using back at the hostel, it was terrible. It's like
Yeah.
dribble of water instead of just
Yeah.
flushing it
Yeah,
all
it's
down.
not a flush, it's just like and then that's it.
They're like, what is this bullshit?
Ah,
You just made the scent worse.
good times.
There's certain places I would take a dump. And one of them. But yeah, I mean, you really don't get those good shits until you get home. Because you know the toilet can handle it.
Oh, that's no holds barred, man. That's
Or a work toilet also works too as well.
Yeah, I mean,
Uh,
that's you can't guarantee that you're the only one that uses it. That's why you got to at least use a toilet seat cover.
there was a picture I saw where there was an employee that was dumping coffee grounds into the toilet, got it all over the seat. It looked like straight diarrhea all over the toilet.
Oh, terrible!
I was like, what the hell? Like, use a trash can. Yeah, there's no great rule on taking a shit in places outside your house. Usually, okay. Well, then here's a question. When you are taking a shit, like, what is your policy on doing it at a friend's house and doing it at a girlfriend's house?
I do it at my
I don't
girlfriend's
do that.
house.
I don't do that at my friend's house.
I do it at my girlfriend's house because like I'm staying there, I'm like, I gotta go. I gotta go.
Yeah. Okay. So, like, do you no holds barred shit at your girlfriend's house,
Of
or
course.
do you train yourself a little bit?
Of course.
I do bunny rabbit shit. So
It's not good to hold all that in.
You have to take breaths in between and shit.
Also, like, if you shit in a place more often, you'll get more comfortable with it, so you can just let it go.
So, when I used to shit at my girlfriend's place, I would rip, and I didn't realize how loud I was until she was like, I heard her laughing outside, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah,
I'm
literally.
like, well, the secret's out, so like, I guess I'm just gonna ride this momentum.
oh man, I've heard some really crazy rips at the airport. So it's like yeah, nobody no holds barred at like airports. I'm like God.
Yeah. Like, cause like people have the wildest shit too.
Yeah,
For some reason,
hold
it
that-
smells worse at the airport. I don't know why.
they hold that shit in because they're on that plane forever. I mean, you really don't do a number two on the plane.
Oh, but
Right.
on the plane though, when you flush, it's super strong. It's like.
I've never tried it, but has anyone flushed the toilet while while sitting on it? I always have a fear that it'll just suck out my intestines.
Yeah, I don't do that either.
But it is real powerful though.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Speaking of things that give you joy, today's topic is what brought you joy as a kid.
That is a pretty cool thing that I've been thinking about lately. Just because, I don't know, when you're an adult, like, you still do maintain some of the simple joys of yourself, but I think when you're a kid, you just have to, like, you just enjoy them to the fullest because, like, you're legit happy about whatever it is you're doing. Like, nothing ever brings your mood down when you're doing it. You know?
Yeah, it's a little bit of ignorance is bliss. Like, oh, the whole world's open. I'm just gonna go out there and just explore and have fun.
Yeah. Because then it was like, it's whatever you're doing that you're enjoying, and then the next day you're not like, fuck, I got work tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I
not
got
like
school
here.
tomorrow. That's all it is.
I know, but even with school though, like that's where you like made friends when you were a kid, at least. So, I mean, that's where my mind is with that. Like, I had some really simple pleasures in life. One of mine's what I remember as a kid of like 2 or 3 years old is when my sister got the game Metroid, and she was playing it. She was playing it. Never could get past the first like hour of it, really, but we still played it anyways. And we're watching her play, and every time she shot one of the enemies, they always made like a fart sound, and I would just bust out laughing like nonstop, like
Nice.
uncontrollably. And I would watch her for hours just like trying to hear that noise.
Yeah, that was funny. Good times. Yeah, I think for me, okay, I guess I'll go next.
Yeah.
It was also just playing video games. I could sit like for hours and just play an old school RPG or a game and just try to beat it. Personal favorites for Super Mario Brothers, Zelda, Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy, all those games. NES and SNES. Those are good times.
NES was always Mario Brothers 3.
Yeah. I had like a couple cases full of games. And I also had the Game Genie too. There's some games where it would just piss me off so much and just use the cheats.
What did the Game Genie do?
The Game Genie was a way
Like a Game Shark?
to get
Cheat codes?
to add like new lives or modify the
Yeah.
game so that it gave you better chances to win. Like for example, it would give you extra lives or make you invincible. The only thing is that it only worked for certain games. It's like because the Game Genie only had pre-programmed codes right before, all the way up until it was released.
Didn't they do that for Game Genie Super Nintendo though? They added a feature where you can put in your own codes.
I think they might have been able to do that, but the Game Genie that I was using in NES only came with the codes that it was pre-programmed for. But I haven't looked at the new, or I haven't looked at any other Game Genie besides the NES one.
Yeah, so that's old school DLC.
Old school DLC, giving you extra lives and guns and ammos and all that. Nowadays,
Yeah.
sometimes some of the games just give you the cheats for free,
Yeah,
or they make it
But where's
so
the-
easy that you can just go through it like without too much effort.
where's the fun in that really? Like,
I think
you know, like
nowadays though,
Uh-uh.
the average age for people playing video games is our age. So I
yeah,
think just trying to give you enough leverage so that you can just beat the game really fast is also a good thing. You get like what 10 hours of gameplay, so that's a good chunk of time that you get for the cost of a game.
yeah. But I think the one that did it best was Game Shark for PlayStation,
Nice.
because that you actually dug up like so many different ways of applying cheats, and like some would work and some wouldn't, and it's pretty crazy because then it was like literally like you were coding inside of the game itself. Yeah, and I remember spending hours just researching all those codes.
Cool.
You get a Game Facts magazine. It has all the codes.
What about you, Kola? What's your
The
cherished memory or joy as a kid?
The only thing is recess.
Recess?
Oh my God.
What did you do during recess?
Recess.
Oh,
huh?
we used to before they had like regulated like playgrounds and stuff. So at my school, we had
What are regulated playgrounds?
we didn't. The thing is like our school we had the rubber mats, but those equipment was so like it was so dangerous. We had a 2-story slide, and we would pass people onto the slide. Right, it'd be like 20 of us on one slide when we're going down the hill.
Oh, shit.
Right. So we tried to test like how long we can last before it breaks. And I remember one time we packed so many people, crushed the person on the bottom.
We used to have those like 2-story jungle gyms, and then I remember I was standing on the top of it, and then like I was spinning against the wind, and then the wind blew back at me, so the spit burned back and then hit this kid in the face.
Ugh.
And then I was like, oh! But it's pretty funny. I mean, it was fucked up, but it was funny.
Nice. Man, I think the one thing I hated in playgrounds as a kid was Tambark. That always got in your shoe and stuff.
Splinters. Fuck
Yeah,
them.
Splinters, Tambark. Ugh. Nowadays, I think they're a little bit better. They have like wood chips or
Which
it's rubber,
everything's
so it's
plastic.
a little bit less splintery. I don't know what the right word is for that.
So what else happened during recess?
We used to play flag football. Flag football. No, we used to play tackle football on cement.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah.
But,
We used to play tackle football on cement, and it was
And
crazy.
hope the other person would die.
Yeah, we used to take people's legs out when they're running, take them out, and then we just fall like right on their face.
Damn, the teacher who was watching all the kids play Risa didn't stop you guys.
Not stop us at all. Because the thing is, like, the teachers wouldn't, because we know that on the playground we go play further out, and the teachers wouldn't go further out because that's where all the bigger kids play. And they were just monitoring the smaller kids. Right.
Oh,
So, yeah.
it reminds me of that game, Kindergarten. Is this like a game about like where you're a kindergartner and then you have like negligent ass teachers or violent ass teachers? So
Oh, I don't know that.
yeah.
Wait, what would they do?
Huh?
What would they do?
Oh no! It's like if you talk to them at the wrong time, then they kill you. They like beat you down with a broom until you're like all bloody.
Oh shit!
It's just like, yeah, or like those pull out a gun and like shoot you in the face. It was like pretty it's pretty intense stuff, but it was one of those like super dark humor-ish type of things. Yeah. But another joy I had, for one, I don't know if you guys did this, was late night bike riding. So it was just like me and a couple friends. We would ride our bikes around the neighborhood, usually down to like around the high school, and we just try to find as many interesting things as we can see, or just like hang out somewhere. And I remember this one time we went out to the liquor store to get like Funyuns, and we saw a homeless guy. We saw a homeless guy got hit by a car, and we were like, "Oh shit!" And then we sat there eating Funyuns, just watching him the entire time. And like he was on the floor. Yeah. He slowly got up and he like walked away, and we were still eating Funyuns.
It's like you're chomping on it and then not doing anything, not helping him, not calling help, just watching it unfold like it was a comedy scene or something.
Like, oh, you can't call for help. You can't call for help.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, we're like, oh, that's fucked up. Funyuns are good though. But yeah, it was just those famous pastimes, man, that led to like the greatest memories that you'd have.
I don't know. You know? I guess that sort of sticks out in your mind. Yeah, we were just eating Funyuns and watching a homeless guy getting hit by a fucking car.
Because it's just like, I don't know, you're in the age where like games were developing in that fashion. You're not exactly desensitized, but it's just like it kind of makes you think about that. Like this is so comical at the same time. He's not dead. He's not like
it's a bit desensitizing though, I guess. I guess it's a bit desensitizing when you're seeing it happen. It's like, oh, it's something like out of TV or something that you saw before.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but you know, like you guys never had any of those like standout memories?
Not about like a homeless guy getting hit.
Well, no, don't like not like that specific example, but it's just like those childhood like times when you just remember like that specific event.
You'll have to give me some time to think about it. It could be another topic.
Mine was like a car chase. It was after school. We were walking home, and there was a car chase that was happening on the street that we were walking home, and it happened where. So like the car was like driving on the sidewalk, and like we're watching it, and we see the car crash, and it flips over, and see the cops follow up, and then we see the guy and just like kick down the windows and just drag him out of the car. It was like, yeah, it was crazy.
I do remember one time.
See, that would be a Funyuns moment.
I do remember one time. I think we were in Union City. Me and you, Walker. I think we were driving, and then we saw a bunch of cops like pull out their guns, and on this one car, and then I think this guy was inside. He's being held up or being confronted by the police, and we were driving right by and looking like, oh,
yeah,
look what's going
on.
We're
in the line of fire. We were in the line of fire. We're like, what are you doing? Go!
Yeah, so I guess there's a similar moment there. There you go.
Yeah, I mean that was one. It was you know, it's just those memories, man. They always make up for a good story.
Good stuff.
And I remember one time I was in like 5th grade. I was like walking home alone from school. I was walking home, and then I didn't realize it at the time. But so as I was walking home, I was getting close to my house, and then all of a sudden, this lady pulls up, like drives up to the sidewalk, and then she stops and looks at me, rolls down her window, and then she's like, "You need a ride home, young man?" And like in my head, I'm like, I am a little tired.
Oh no, man! No, you're about to get
I was like, I am
abducted.
a little tired, and I'm like, I could use that ride, but I'm like, it's cool, I'm right there. And I'm like, nah, I'm good, lady. You go on with your day. And then I was like when I thought about that shit when I was older, I was like, yeah, I was like that kid that got in an ice cream truck.
No, you could have been that kid, but
Yeah.
I guess you're.
But I would have been that kid.
You were apathetic enough not to go ahead. You're like, yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
But it's just like, just thinking back on those times, it's like, damn, like, from an adult perspective, like, damn, that's crazy. But it's like looking at a kid being impressionable.
Oof,
Yeah. I don't know. You guys never had that?
Yeah, I mean, we've had it, but
Cola's like, no, I did the abducting.
good stuff.
You come to me, old lady.
Not at all. Not at all. Never ran into that situation.
I don't know. Clearly, you grew up in a tougher neighborhood than I did.
You gotta be street smart. All right. Well, with that, thank you, everybody. This is Walker, Cola, and Jack. Peace out.
We out. Thanks for
Okay.
tuning in.